Hello students, this is a summary of chapter 1, the last lesson from the book Flamingo, class 12th. This chapter is written by Alphonse Daudet. First of all, a little bit introduction about this chapter. The last lesson is written by Alphonse Daudet, and this story is written in the days of Franco-Prussian War, when the France and Prussian War was going on, and in which France was defeated by Prussia. French districts of Alsace and Lorraine, these were occupied by Prussians. Prussians had won these two districts of France. The lesson describes the reaction of the people of Alsace. The main characters here, M. Hamel, the teacher, he is the teacher, students and the villagers. The narrator of the story is a young school-going boy named Franz. That morning, this is the story of the morning when he was very much scared as he was late for school. And one more thing due to which he was scared, also as the teacher M. Hamel had announced the previous day that he would test them on the topic of participles. A test was given to them on participles, and Franz did not know anything at all. He did not know even a single word of participles. That's why he was more scared of being scolded by his teacher. Now Franz was thinking of some other thing also. Franz had another option in his mind, to miss the school and enjoy the day out in the warm and bright weather. He wanted to enjoy the nature. He did not want to go to school. The scene outside was more attractive than the school, but still Franz controlled the temptation and chose to attend the school. In spite of all the temptations from the nature, from the warm and bright weather, now he decided to go to school. As Franz walked past the town hall of the school, he noticed a huge crowd at the notice board. Many people were standing near the notice board, but Franz kept on walking towards the school because he was in a hurry as he had got late for the school, and thought in his mind, he was thinking in his mind that what news could have been put up at the board now. But he had no time to stand there and to concentrate on this topic, so he was just going towards his classes. As he walked hurriedly towards the school, the blacksmith, who was also reading the news, called out to Franz from behind. And the blacksmith said that Franz need not go in such a hurry, as there was plenty of time for him to reach school. But at this, Franz thought that the blacksmith was making fun of him, as he was already late for school. So he thought blacksmith was making fun of him, and he did not notice the blacksmith's words. When Franz reached the garden outside the school, he was out of breath, and as he had walked very fast. Now here, the usual scene in the school is described. Franz describes the usual scene of the daily routine at the school in the mornings. A lot of noise created by the moving of desks, children repeating their lessons, and teachers striking the tables with the rulers could be heard. This is the daily routine. Daily, Franz used to listen a lot of noise. A lot of noise was created in the school. What was the noise of? Moving of desks and children repeating their lessons, and the teachers striking the table with the rulers. These voices or these noises could be heard daily, but that day was unusual for Franz also, as there was no such sound coming out of the school, and it was unusual for Franz. Surprising for Franz, and it seemed that the school was closed as it used to be on a Sunday morning. Now Franz thought that it was just unusual and it was seeming like that of a Sunday morning. Franz had planned that he would take cover under the commotion. Franz was thinking that in the center of this noise or this commotion, he would go inside the class, he would enter the class without being noticed by the teacher and anyone else. and reach the class without being noticed, but that did not seem possible. Now, why did not seem possible? Because all were silent there. Franz was ashamed of being late and feared of scolding as he had to enter the classroom in front of everyone. Now he found that all were sitting silent. Now he was very much ashamed and he was afraid of being scolded by his teacher. But when he entered the class, he found it strange as M. Hamel did not say anything. And on the contrary, on the opposite, M. Hamel politely asked him to get to his seat. As the class was about to begin without him, they were going to start the class without Franz. Now Franz listened this and he hurried to his seat. After some time, when he overcame the scare, when he overcame his fear and became comfortable, he noticed that their teacher had worn his best embroidered clothes that day. The teacher normally wore it on occasions like inspection and prize distribution days. So he was surprised. If that day was a normal day, what could be the reason for Mr. M. Hamel to wear his special dress? He saw that the last benches were occupied by the villagers. They all were looking sad. All villagers who were sitting on the last benches, they all were looking sad. Franz was very confused and could not figure out what was happening. He could not think what was happening. Why these villagers were sitting here and why they were all sad. And why Miss M. Hamel was wearing this special dress. Just then M. Hamel told them that it was their last lesson in French. And he told the reason about this also. The reason was that as the Prussians in Berlin had ordered that French language would no longer be taught in the schools of Alsace and Lorraine, and in place of that, German language be taught instead. The German teacher would arrive the next day, and as this was the last lesson in French, M. Hamel wanted all of them to pay attention to the lesson. But listening to this, hearing this, Franz was very much shocked when he came to know that he could not learn French any longer, and now he knew what was the latest news on the bulletin board. Why the people were standing near the bulletin board, now he came to know. When M. Hamel told all the persons sitting there about this news, now he came to know what could be the news there that was written on the bulletin board. He knew the latest news that had been put up at the bulletin board of the town. Till now, Franz considered his books to be an unwanted burden. But suddenly, when he listened that this was the last lesson by M. Hamel, he starts considering these books to be his best friends whom he could never leave. Now the attitude of Franz changed suddenly due to the changed circumstances. The writer wants to show the change in Franz's attitude towards study after hearing the news that he could not learn French any longer. When we take something for granted, we just don't take care of that. But now when we are afraid of losing that thing, then we concern about that. Then we just take concern about those things. Now here also Franz came to know that now he could no longer learn French. Now he was afraid of losing this language. Now Franz knew that M. Hamel was wearing his best dress in honor of this last lesson. He also realized that the village man had come to the class as they were also repenting. Why they were repenting? Because they have not studied well in their childhood. They had come to thank their teacher, M. Hamel, for his 40 years of service as a teacher of French. Also, they wanted to show respect to their country also and were very sad. All the villagers were very sad. Why? As their mother tongue, French, would no longer be taught to them from now onwards. When M. Hamel asked Franz to recite the topic, what was the topic? The topic on participles, the test on participles. Now Franz wanted to recite it without any mistake, but when he stood up, he got mixed up and could not recite the topic. He was again afraid and he was ashamed of himself and stood there quietly. But M. Hamel says that he was not to be blamed for this. He asked him to sit quietly and listen. M. Hamel says that all the people of Alsace were to be blamed due to this, as no one was serious towards learning. He tells the class that the enemies would laugh at them. Who were the enemies here? Prussians were the enemies, those who had won Germany. Would laugh at them, would laugh at them and say that they only show to be Frenchmen, as they can neither speak nor write their own language. It means the Prussians would laugh at these French people, that these French people only were showing off to be a Frenchman, but they neither can speak nor write their own language. How can they say themselves as French people? He says that France should not feel guilty, as everyone is at fault. M. Hamel said that France's parents were to be blamed. These were the second. First of all the people were to be blamed. Next is France's parents were to be blamed, as they were not interested in getting him educated. They wanted him to work at a farm or a mill and earn some money. He says that as a teacher also, this was the third. It means M. Hamel blamed first of all the persons, then France's parents, and then third himself. He was blaming. He says that as a teacher, he was also not interested in teaching them. He would send them to his home to water the plants, and sometimes he would declare a holiday. M. Hamel would declare a holiday and go for fishing himself. M. Hamel praises, now here, after that M. Hamel praises their mother tongue, French language, as being the most beautiful, clearest and most logical language in the world. And all were listening to M. Hamel very quietly, very attentively here. M. Hamel tells the class to guard their language, to protect their language, as it is the only way to free oneself from the prison of slavery. This line has a deeper meaning here. If we know our language, we can't become slaves of others. The teacher took after that, the teacher took a lesson in grammar. That day, Franz was surprised that he understood the lesson with ease. Very easily he understood all the topics. He felt that the teacher wanted to give them all the knowledge he had before leaving. After that, M. Hamel gave them a lesson in writing. Franz felt that there was an air of patriotism in the class. All were feeling patriotic in themselves. The notebooks were like flags of France that were floating all around. The entire class was busy writing, and the only sound that could be heard was that of the pen writing on the paper. They took no notice of the beetles that were flying in the room. The coo sound of the pigeons were cooing there, that could be heard in the class, and after listening to the sound of the pigeon, Franz wondered, he was surprised that would the Prussians force the pigeons also to change their language and coo in German? Here, the writer wants to say that language comes naturally to a person, to a human being or a being, and it cannot be forced upon anyone, be it the pigeons or the Frenchmen. So here the writer wants to say that how could these Prussians force these French people to learn German other than the French language? Franz feels that the teacher must be heartbroken to be sent away from a place where he had spent 40 years of his life. Now we also know that if we are staying at a place for we have spent our 40 years of our life, we can't go from that place. The M. Hamel was also heartbroken, and Franz was feeling all these emotions of the teacher. The noises of his sister, M. Hamel's sister, packing and moving their luggage could be heard from the room upstairs. The room was upstairs, and the noise of the packing of the luggage was coming, as they had to leave the next day. Just then the clock at the church struck 12. It was the time of 12 and the prayer song began. At the same moment, the sound of the trumpets played by the Prussian soldiers. These Prussian soldiers were returning from the drill and they were playing the trumpet, and that sound was heard. M. Hamel's face became dull and colorless as the time had come for the class to get over. It means this is the sign, this is the signal of the class to be over. M. Hamel stood straight and motionless, as all his power had gone now. He was powerless. He was lifeless. M. Hamel began to speak. He wanted to speak but could not continue as he was overpowered by his emotions. His voice was choked. He could not say a single word. What did he do then? He took a piece of chalk and wrote the words Vive la France, meaning long live France, on the blackboard as large as he could. Then he stopped writing, bent towards the wall, and without speaking anything signaled the class to leave as the class was over. So it was the last indication that the class, he had dispersed the class. So the conclusion of this chapter, of this summary, is here that the story depicts the irony of the situation about how people feel when they don't learn their own language. First of all, they were not interested in learning their language, but now when they came to know that their own language, their mother tongue, could be taken from them, could be snatched from them, then they were feeling emotional and they want to learn their language. And the second thing, how it can be a powerful tool to bind a community together. If we know our language, no one can enslave us. The second thing, it also shows the importance of children to have education rather than spending their childhood in working. This chapter tells us about the importance of education as well. Why the education is important? It will make us self-dependent. It will empower us so that we could not become enslaved of others. So I hope you have understood the summary. Have a nice day.